each other for 1,000 years. We see each other
Dinosaurs.
in all sorts of events, Eddie Social. He's a great guy. And it's such an honor. And you know, I'm a parent, right? How cool it is to have your family join you. I've been praying and I've been wishing for this as a small dream for a long time. Here I am. So this is a small dream come true for me. My children are joining me, Sabrina and Lydia. And instead of showing them pictures, now they're actually together. So I can express how warm I feel about that. Kevin, you've been around for a long time. You're the principal for a single family office. You've been very successful as an entrepreneur, as an investor, all sorts of sectors here. And you started working with your son a while back. And just like in a relationship cycle, right? You guys heard about forming, storming, norming, and performing. Have you guys heard about that? Forming is easy. And then you're gonna storm, right? Get into fights, argue, either gonna beat each other or stick around. And then after that, you stay together, resilience, with good heart, good vision, etc. Then you're gonna start, kind of starting to norm, finding a norm, and you're gonna perform. Similar for building ventures, building your next thing, correct? So in your family, Kevin, what's your perspective, from where you've been and where you are? How do you see your family? Wealth transfers in.
First of all, what you just said, you told me yesterday, and I think you're right on. It's amazing. And as you evolve in life, you realize that there's nothing more important than your family. Nothing. And in the beginning, when Jarrett joined our office, I tell it, and I don't mean it so bad, but it was more pain than pleasure. We walked in the office, we're both Cornellians, this is my daughter. I said, buddy, we do a lot of investing in early stage businesses, so we're going to do a lot of research here, and et cetera. Dad, I don't really like to do research, okay? I want to be there at the table when you strike the deal. So I said, that's about 2% of the time. And so we started realizing how different we are. And he's so creative, and I am such a numbers guy. And in the beginning, even in family functions, we'd be competitive. Who got the best score golf? Who got this? Who got that? In a way, that's good. In a way, it's not good, to tell you the truth. And what we've learned as we've evolved is our complementary skills are totally win-win. And so now, when we go and we present, we've done a lot of beverage deals in case of 3 of them have been very successful. So he did Rise Cold Brew Coffee, 25,000 stores. We were number 2 in smoothies, et cetera, et cetera. We realized we complement each other. And we call ourselves the McGovern boys now. No, we do, and we honestly do. And when we're on a phone call, it's amazing how he comes up with these gems. And I'm an operations guy, and he's creative beyond creative. But I gotta give you one quote, Jarrett. I gotta remind you, 100 years ago, you once said to me, you can't give a creative person a deadline, Dan. So I said, why don't you take a boozy down Madison Avenue and see if everybody agrees with me? Anyhow, that's our perspective. You realize after a long while, and by the way, my son, I will tell you, and my daughter-in-law are the best parents in the entire world. Our grandchildren, etc. So I'm most proud of him as an amazing father, a loving father, and a loving son. I'm sorry, that's it.
Wonderful, wonderful. A lot of you know me as a chief mentor. I tell the Gen Z kids, right, teenagers and young adults, I said, hey kids, hey guys, you guys got a lot of power. Apply that power, because you can directly increase the longevity and joy, especially in your grandparents. So use that, right? Spend time with them, give them phone calls and all that. Now, Lindsey, you're very lucky. Your kids are not with you, but your dad is with you. How cool is that?
That's my dad. My dad's my partner in crime.
So 2 generations, and what's your perspective, intergenerational family, etc. You and your dad.
Yeah, I'll start talking. I learned from a very, very early age the importance of building the network. My father, he was a hippie, and he took some really, really cool pictures back in Woodstock, which are now artwork. Sold built an IT company and sold it into the tech boom, and built a family office doing angel investing, early investor in whatever is autocorrect, and always told us to be entrepreneurial, build our network, use our intelligence. We were very much brought up, which I instill in my kiddos as well, on the notion of values, not valuables, smart-mindedness, not small-mindedness, and curiosity, not condescension. So really superlative, I would say, childhood. Also Cornell, go Big Red, Cornell family. And Rye Country Day School, anybody out there? But anyway, very entrepreneurial. I was pre-med, and actually, after my mom passed away in 2000, I was interning at Goldman and discovered the world of finance. Just like my father was an entrepreneur, I very quickly found I had an affinity for product innovation, and built a career in the family office world, and try to instill those legacy values that he's instilled in my children. I will kind of hold the room quickly and just say, like, because I'm part of this, I guess we're all kind of somewhere in it, but give a number for what you think, how many trillions of dollars are changing hands between now and 2045?
It's about 90 plus trillion, I think, right? Voice from boomers to the next generation.
100,
Gen X, Millennials, and Gen Z.
Yes, and 84 trillions go into women. Some of those of which, about half of which are like old surviving spouses and gray hair divorces. I don't have gray hair yet, but I'm going through a divorce, so I'm sure they're coming soon. And then about 40 trillion are going to Gen Xers and Millennials. And we're seeing that happen in our family, and the way we're handling it is through communication, education at the appropriate ages, bringing our grandchildren in. I don't know how would you say it, Dad?
I think the important thing is values, and the most important thing is family values, and that's what we have in our family, and what we care about. It's not monetarily based, it's value based. We think of the future, we think of the legacy, we think of what we create, and we try to shift through what our family does, what's going to take place, and it's based on smart sense, creativity, which I find important. I'm out of the art world as well. After a long bout in technology and being very successful, I said, what can we take to help and give back and change the future for all our families, collectively, as we all sit here? And I think that's our job, is to shift it, make it a better place, take politics out of it, and do the right thing. And that's the value set.
Yeah, I'll just add to that. I think in our family we are innately altruistic, and we focus on the notion of enduring altruism. My daughter, I was in a big work meeting, and my au pair took my daughter to get her hair cut, and I said, just get a trim. And I get a text saying she wants to cut 8 inches off of her hair. I just text no. I go into the meeting and I see it after the meeting, upload. Her hair is this short. And I'm like, this is grounds for fire. And I call her, and my daughter gets on the phone when she was about 6 or 7 years old at the time. And she said, Mommy, I wanted to cut 8 inches off of my hair to give to little kids who don't have hair to glue on their hair until their hair grows back. She knows that her Nanny Carol passed away early, and innately she just wants to help. And that's part of the philanthropic legacy. It's just not monetary legacy, it's value legacy, it's philanthropic legacy. So try to pass those on.
Right, so spot on there. Family value